Now you're listening to wrestling news that matters from people you want to hear it from, deep from within the confines of the internet. Covering WWE like no one else and covering TNA because no one else will. You are listening to the best in the world, Ring Rust Radio!
Brad Maddox.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning.
I hear you out in the streets yelling, give me evergreen content. Well, you got it, motherfuckers. We know what you wanted. We know you guys are like, I wish you were here for the week-to-week content, but I know you've got a life to live. So I accept that, and I embrace that, and I enjoy the evergreen content because I am a normal fucking person. Okay? Okay? This time we're doing top 10 returns. Returns to wrestling. I took this to mean returning to a company they've already been to in some form or fashion.
Right.
Not returning to wrestling.
I didn't take it that way.
Wait, what the fuck do you mean you didn't
Like,
take
it's
that
not
way?
a debut.
Right.
if
But
you
they're
start-
returning from, like, it could be injury.
Yes.
Yep.
Time off.
Yes.
Yep.
Different company.
Or they left the company, yes.
And then
All of
came back to the same company.
Right.
They're
That's what
returning to that company.
Well,
When did you
Or
get-
they went to, like, WCW and came back to WWF. That's a
Yes.
return.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you had to have been there before.
Right.
Act like
Yeah.
you've been
The
there.
return is not a debut.
Right.
But we'll get into it. I have some honorable mentions.
Oh my god, I'm sure you got like. Remember the one time you did like 14 honorable mentions?
Yeah, I've amended. I have lists, but now I'm just gonna read some honorable mentions.
You're
Here.
a fucking dweeb, man.
So we're gonna go in chronological order. Kane and Paul Bearer, WWE Raw, February 7, 2000. Scott Steiner, Survivor Series 2002. Undertaker, WrestleMania 20. Chris Jericho, the Royal Rumble 2013. And Brock Lesnar, SummerSlam 2021.
I really like that Jericho one because nobody was expecting
Yeah.
him to be in that
We
Rumble.
loved that.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I have one honorable mention.
Oh my god.
John Cena, Royal Rumble 2008, didn't make my top 10.
Did not make my top 10.
Wow.
Either. Ain't that some shit?
Hey guys, significantly higher.
Significantly high. I knew it was coming. Fucking dweeb city, baby. All right, let's do this thing. The top 10 returns ever, and then people can vote on whose top 10's best, right, Beach?
That's correct.
Of course. What else are we gonna do here?
Well, we would do some teasing about how they do that.
Patreon.com/Ring-Rust-Radio.
God damn it. I hate you so much. I hate you so much. All right, number 10. Can I go first?
Yeah.
Sure.
Because technically mine hasn't happened yet.
That's dumb.
What the hell?
Mm-hmm. Jeff Hardy recently teased that Willow will be making his return to TNA programming in the next couple weeks. And for that, he will reach my top 10. Willow.
That's so stupid.
Nope, it's not. Fuck you.
Yes, it is.
Fuck you. Willow is one of the greatest things that ever happened to fucking professional wrestling.
Willow is ass, and
That's
it
so
hasn't even had-
stupid, dude.
It was so bad.
Willow! You're gonna Willow away! How are you gonna forget Willow,
I,
dude?
I actually can't believe they allowed him to do that.
He's
The only
still-
good
yeah,
thing was
he's
that you
doing it
heard
again.
the promos from his mind.
Yeah, that was it.
That was actually after that. That was a different time.
Oh.
Cowboy James Storm thinks he knows me, but guess what? I'm an enigma. You can't pin me down, 'cause I will lift you up. Something like that. Definitely something like those lines.
Didn't like Rockstar Spud and EC3 go to like to his shack in the wilderness
Yeah, of
or
course.
something?
That was a great match.
No, it wasn't a match. They were like trying to investigate him or something.
No, it was a match. You fucking misremember.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Can I go next, Mike?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Ask me.
Shane
I run it.
Number 10, Shane McMahon's Raw return, February 22nd, 2016.
Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon.
Wait.
Shane
Did
McMahon.
you say Shane McMahon for 2016?
Yeah.
I have that as my number 10 also.
There you go.
He
You
did
know
not.
so. In a big way.
3, 4, 5, 6.
I wasn't locked in.
That shit was
I-
That's a good choice
I
because
said
that
yeah.
was
It was such a
beyond
surprise.
unexpected.
Yeah. And then Vince dropped an F-bomb during this. He was he was unhinged.
We got the lockbox.
That's the
black
lockbox. That's right.
That's the whole promo.
It was the storyline idea of him fucking impregnating his daughter. How in real was
That
real
wasn't
life.
part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was though. Looking back,
But yeah,
now.
I totally agree with you, BG. And we always liked Shane when he was in WWE. People would cry and bitch and moan about it.
He had
But
bad
he was
punches.
awesome.
He had bad punches. That's just
He
fact.
was he was insanely good, insanely over when he was with WWE. Then he like just fucking disappeared randomly for so many years, and then for him to come back just unannounced with no fucking Dave Meltzer had no fucking clue about it. It was a true surprise and it was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Shit was awesome.
And now he's
Donnie,
going to do
you're
it.
number 9.
He's going to do it in AEW. It's going to be
And
incredible.
you're gonna be like, man, these punches are great.
I'm not. I'm going to say the punches still suck, but what a star.
There you go.
And I'm going to say things like AEW needed a McMahon. People are going to love me.
You're not gonna say that.
I am.
You're
I
gonna say
literally.
McMahon
I have
needed
said
AEW.
it was my idea to jump street with this motherfucker. I love it. That's my tagline. All AEW needs to find success is a McMahon.
No, you're gonna say McMahon needed AEW. We know.
Well, they need each other, I think.
There
My
you go.
number 9 you're asking for?
Yes.
Yeah.
My number 9 is, go all the way back to 1995, WCW. Enter the Mall of America. Yes, you're going to fucking Spencer's, but you're also there to see one pirate shirt clad Lex Luger making his way back to Monday Nitro.
That honestly was pretty terrible, but it is very memorable.
It's super memorable. It's one of the best.
I don't know why
ever.
he was wearing that fucking shirt.
It's the greatest. It's the greatest choice because he looks like Mel Gibson from The Patriot if he like only had that part of his shirt on, and he just comes out and he's like, well, look who the fucking cat dragged in, and people are like, who the fuck is that?
The best part of it, looking back, is how Bischoff like describes it because he's like, yeah, I was there before when Luger was there. He's like a absolute fucking pain in the ass and miserable to work with, so I didn't want him. But Sting like fucking begged me, and he was like, then like Luger was like begging Sting to get him back in. So he's like, I'll just fucking lowball him, and he won't want. I'll give him like $20,000 a year, or some shit, and he took it. So I had to fucking bring him back.
He 100% took it, and
Wow, I didn't know that.
yeah,
It was not $20,000, but it was like a very low number, like much less than he was making in WWF. But he took it
Wow,
because he just wanted to come back to WCW.
that's awesome. Good
Yeah.
for WWF.
Yeah, for real.
honestly, no, that was a big. At the time, that was a big deal. That was a fucking big
I don't
deal.
give
Luger
a fuck.
did-
I was
when he
not
beat-
this guy.
When he beat Hogan for the title the one time, it was a huge pop. I'll give him that.
Big time. Okay, listen, looking back now, he was a turd and fucking killed Miss Elizabeth and all that shit. But the truth is, he was over as fuck everywhere he went for a long time. Couldn't sustain it. Couldn't stay on top very long, but he was always on top. All right, 9 for you guys.
My number 9, it all should have happened at WrestleMania, but WWE Backlash 2000, Stone Cold's return to come out and help The Rock beat Triple H for the title.
Didn't make my list, but this is a good choice.
Didn't make my list because it was pretty fucking much not a return. I mean, what was he gone? 2 weeks?
No, he was gone for months.
Oh, months.
So,
Oh, months. Oh,
so
no,
WWE
months.
classifies it as a return. That's why.
Months. Oh, no. Shut your ass up. Mike?
My number 9 is from February 14th, 2011 Raw, The Rock returning to WWE.
Is that the one where he fucking owned Vicky?
No, that was like part of this, like weeks later, but
Okay. That was
which
fun.
was fucking incredible.
That's
My
that's
God.
around the same time BJ fucking fell in love with Vomit Vicky. Remember that one skit where she like got
Yes.
thrown up
Yeah.
on and BJ's like, ha ha!
Great.
But
Mike,
this
this
was
is my number 8.
okay. Good choice. So I was
Didn't make
I think
my
I was
list.
like a senior in college at this time, and I had gotten back into wrestling like not long before this, and I was just beyond fucking pumped for The Rock to come back. He announced him as like the host of WrestleMania. He comes out and he cuts a promo. They did like a fucking 30-minute overrun for Raw because he just kept going, owning everybody, owning John Cena, Michael Cole, and it was just like hadn't seen him in wrestling in years, and it was just like felt like a kid again seeing him cut a Rock promo.
Yeah, take money
It's
off
awesome.
other people's plates is what he done did.
What the fuck are you talking
I
about?
think he put money on their plates.
Put money on their plates. Did
Yeah.
you see taking it off their plate?
Such an idiot.
Yeah.
BJ number 8.
That was it.
That was your
It's on
number
you.
8? Oh.
Yep.
I want you to go back to WWE 2016 for the return of A1 William Goldberg.
Didn't make my list.
Are you kidding me? For real?
No, not
That
kidding
fucking
you.
shit was amazing, dude. Him coming back in 16 was amazing and led to some of my favorite
mad when that
matches.
happened.
They were incredible. Some of his matches. Not all of them. Some of them are good. No? PJ didn't make your list, for real?
No.
That's all your dumbass
It
honorable
didn't make Bret
mentions.
Hart's list either.
Oh, it was on your birthday. No wonder why.
Mm-hmm. Was it really on my birthday?
That's what the wiki says.
For real? That's awesome. I do not remember that. I was definitely not watching. I was definitely somewhere else. I was definitely doing something. Okay.
My
PJ?
number 8?
Yeah, your number 8, please.
So, technically he returned to TV before this, but this was his return match after
Ooh.
4 years away. SummerSlam 2002,
Oh.
Shawn Michaels.
I'm not going to allow that.
I'm
His
not
return-
really
yeah.
counting that as a
I'm
return.
counting.
Yeah,
The return
no,
is when he
return.
I
Yeah.
think a
yeah.
return
NWO.
match can count.
No, I
too.
disagree.
the
That's
return-
not
on
the,
the list, so
that's
it's
not
count.
the spirit of this, dude.
The
Because you
return is
can't.
when he joins
he-
NWO in like May
Nah.
of 2002.
Honestly,
Because
I
was
agree with
return
that.
As a non-wrestler, his return as a wrestler was
No, that's
on-
horseshit, dude.
2002.
Because then in the weeks leading up to Elimination Chamber, they announced that he was going to be wrestling. So he's an active
Oh,
competitor.
this isn't Elimination Chamber. This is SummerSlam 2002.
Right, he was already there on the show for
Yeah.
4 months.
I don't like this. This feels dirty.
Well,
This
that's
feels
fine.
dirty. I
I'm
feel like
counting
you're
it.
cheating. You can count it, but I think everybody at
and
home
that's
should
part of the reason I
discount
didn't
it.
have it higher. It would be higher, but I think that it's
You knew
still
you
a
were
return.
cheating.
It's his
You knew
in-ring
you-
return after
That's
4
but
years.
that's not what we fucking mean, buddy.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
you
not
picked
in the spirit of it.
If he-
really, the reason you picked Goldberg was for the return match against Brock, and he actually returned before that.
No, in
so.
2016 when he walked through the door on my birthday, I'll never forget it.
You already did forget it.
I think if Shawn Michaels returned, then you hadn't seen him before the match.
Yeah,
then the match is the return.
Yeah, but that's it. That's not
Match
what
is
this
the return
was.
for me.
That's guess what? This
Shawn
guy,
Michaels' return.
Striking
in-ring
from the
action,
record.
SummerSlam 2002.
BJ, put on Patreon asterisk next to it and say this is under protest.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Definitely do that.
Buddy, you put a thing that didn't happen yet on yours.
Okay, it's still more viable
fine.
than yours. It's still more realistic, and
Fine, it's
true.
fine.
It's true to the
I can't
rules.
believe you have the unmitigated fucking gall
Oh, we got an unmitigated
to
draft.
argue with somebody else's choice when you got something that didn't happen on yours.
Yeah. Guess what? When it happens, though, you're gonna be eating shit.
I'm not.
That'd be amazing.
I won't even know.
Yes, you will, because I'll definitely link you. Next, people, why am I taking trick? Mike, do this. Come on.
It's your number 7, Donnie.
Yeah, I already did mine. My number 8.
Yeah, but you
Donnie.
take the lead here, okay?
Donnie, it's your number 7.
Sandman at Re-Enter Sandman 1999. I had that tape, and
How long was he
Sandman-
gone for?
Wait,
thick
what was
cut.
it?
Sandman, Re-Enter Sandman 1999. He had a cup of coffee.
That up.
He had a cup of coffee. No, and it had the tape. It's the only reason I know because he was looking a little thick cut on the front cover. I think he was gone for like about a year, and he came back and they had a whole pay
October
review.
23rd.
Oh, was it when he went to WCW?
I believe he
And
actually.
he was hardcore hack, and
Yeah.
then he came back or something?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Good
Okay.
now? Everybody good?
We're good.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
My number 7 is Brock Lesnar's return, April 2nd, 2012, the Raw after WrestleMania, confronts John Cena.
I have
That
it.
almost made my list.
I have it higher.
hmm This kind of I feel like really set a tone for the Raw after WrestleMania. And we were really early into Ring Rust, and this was like, holy shit, Brock is back.
This is
All
one
right.
of the. This is one of the.
Can't believe
this
he lost
is a
the
holy
match at
shit.
pay-per-view, but
That was insane that he fucking lost to Cena.
yeah. But this was awesome. And seeing Brock back, and he just didn't even miss a beat. So this is really fun. That's my number 7.
I will tell you right now, that's my number 4.
Oh,
It's a little high. I think.
That's my number
It was
4.
cool,
No,
but-
because covering this, doing this show, that's one of the first moments of truly like, holy fuck.
yeah.
Covering wrestling the way I do now, right? Or as much as I could have been then. But the idea was like, I don't know, it just hit different for me. I really truly remember that, and of course I remember that shitty match afterwards. But him coming back was like,
Match was good.
the whole NFL thing. There was so much shit that had fucking everybody knew him.
UFC.
The UFC fight.
Diverticulated.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and he was just coming down from all that shit. It was fucking craziness. So
Mike, your number 7?
My number 7 is Stone Cold Steve Austin, WrestleMania 38.
Mhm.
First match in 19 years. By your guys' rigid standards, it still counts because he wasn't on TV technically before then. He just did like a fucking video package promo
yeah, I'll
thing.
allow it. This is
I'll
fair.
yeah. This one.
But
okay.
guys, how long were we fucking
don't allow the other one, though.
begging for
Yeah.
Stone Cold to come back and have another match? We thought it was going to be against CM Punk.
I still think
Never
it should be.
happened.
I still think it should be.
I agree. He should come back again, and he'll be
Yeah,
on the
I
list
agree.
again. But then it finally did. We thought that the dream was over, but it finally happened. And Kevin Owens, if it couldn't be CM Punk, that was one of the best options. 'Cause
Honestly, it was.
he fucking
it
did an
was the
incredible
best
job
option.
building that up by himself.
And also
then-
in the match, protecting Stone Cold.
Yep.
And fucking
Right.
sewed his ass off. He fucking.
Stone Cold took a suplex on the cement. I can't believe it.
Yes. They do the KO show segment was fucking great. Like Stone Cold just burying him, and then Kevin Owens like,
Mhm.
I didn't bring you here to talk. I came to fight. And then they fucking go at it. And Stone Cold did way more than we
Yeah.
thought he was gonna do,
Mhm.
and he looked great.
This is amazing. I hope it happens again in fucking Vegas.
100%. But Stone Cold WrestleMania 38.
Yeah. Donnie, you're number 6?
Chris Jericho, 2007.
Huh?
Oh, was that like the Save Us Jericho thing?
This
Okay.
was.
I wasn't watching during that time, so
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, he was the only reason. So that was a
He
time.
was away
where-
for like Fozzy, right?
He was
Yeah.
away for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had been gone for a while. He came back. So one of the reasons why I did love this so much is because wrestling at this time for me really sucked, and I was just starting college, and I wasn't really super into wrestling at that time. And I honestly thought most of wrestling was pretty sucky, but I loved Jericho, always did, and I loved what he was doing. So he was like the highlight for me about watching.
Mm-hmm.
This was really depressing because this is like, you're about like 5 years now and no WCW. TNA is good, but it's really hard to get. So now it's on TV. So.
My number 6, we were there. It's the Hardy Boys at WrestleMania 33.
I have it higher.
Did not make my
We
list.
know!
Yeah,
We
you
know.
didn't even raise your arms.
If Donnie had a list for the worst returns in history, he'd put it on there because he just was so miserable.
No, can I tell you? It would just be
Forgot?
my indifferent list.
Yeah.
Completely indifferent.
Yeah, but that was insane, and we wanted so badly. And the way they played up to it with New Day coming out, like in their attire, thinking that they were going to be the 4th team, and then the fucking Hardy Boys music hits, everyone goes nuts except for Donnie Wood. Fucking great.
We took Orlando by storm. I was still scared from the Uber ride.
You were scared from the fucking Irishman in front of us, thinking
You were.
Yeah,
you
right,
were
dude.
petrified.
What a jack
Thought
that!
they were
I
gonna
was looking
beat
to
you up.
jack that dude up, dude. It's so funny. It's so funny you put that on me, even though I saved your life that night.
you didn't save our
I
lives.
saved your life,
Bro,
that night.
if
fucking ran
if
away.
a fight really happened, all we would have had to do was like push the guy and he would have died because he was so fucking drunk.
That was my neighbor. Go ahead.
My number 6 from Extreme Rules 2022, Bray Wyatt.
Mm.
Didn't make your guys' list?
Did not make my list.
Donnie, fucking Bray Wyatt super fan?
No, it didn't make my list. I'm sorry.
Crazy. I think you fucked up on your list then. I think you
Yeah,
forgot about.
I probably did.
You put a thing that didn't even happen yet on your list. You didn't put
Mhm.
Bray Wyatt returning. 2016.
That was cool.
It's a whoopsies
Yeah, this
on
was-
my part.
Nothing
This
really
was
happened.
Fucking awesome. It sucks the way everything went down and ended up passing and everything, but like they built up to this for weeks and weeks with the little teasers, and they ended up bringing that to the Wyatt 6 stuff too, which has been really cool. And people were like anticipating this and thinking it was gonna be Bray, and then just the fucking production value of everything they did, like his theme song, the new theme song they gave him was fucking awesome.
Is
The
this the
crowd was
debut of the Fiend?
No,
This
this
is
is
when
when
he
he was like
returned after he
released
was-
for like over a year, and then he came back.
Yep.
Would
Remember
you
Vince
consider
released him?
the debut of the Fiend? Would that be like a return?
Mate, I mean, I guess he would have been off TV for amount
Yeah.
of time, but
He was off TV for a while.
well, no,
That
because
was pretty great.
the debut of the
Oh
Fiend
wait, they were
was
doing the Firefly Funhouse stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he's.
This
a
is
slippery
what-
I
slope.
think it would be a
Slippery slope.
debut of a character.
Yeah, more of a debut.
Yeah, you missed your boat. We did a top 10 list already.
I don't know.
You won.
You fucked up, buddy.
I don't. I'm gonna win this one too, dude. These motherfuckers don't even know.
All right, give us your number 5.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, WrestleMania 25.
He was on. Whoa! Wait.
Yeah.
He was on TV before that.
Mm-hmm. Well, guess what?
Building to it.
Yeah.
So what are you talking? Are you? Hang on. One
If we're
second.
breaking the rules. If we're breaking the rules, I'm breaking them
Don't
too.
speak. Don't speak. I don't
Don't
have a
speak.
problem. I don't have a problem
No,
with that being
no.
on here because
I
he
have a
hadn't
problem.
wrestled in many years and he made his in-ring return at WrestleMania 25. But for you to fucking bitch and moan and cry and whine about me having Shawn Michaels from SummerSlam 2002 on there, you're a huge fucking hypocrite
So this is going to be a...
and a fucking loser at that.
Ricky Steamboat, WrestleMania 25.
So Mike and BT protest this one.
Okay. We got to protest one of his, and the whole thing's going to protest.
Well, you guys actually might protest this one, but I really don't think so.
Well, now I'm definitely gonna.
So...
But yeah, Steamboat was great. He was fucking getting great reactions.
He was better than Jericho in this
He was.
match.
He was.
Steamboat was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
He ended up having like an actual just one-on-one match with Jericho after that too. That was
Yep, I
good.
remember that.
And was doing. I mean, don't forget all the stuff he did in Ring of Honor too.
He refereed.
I did.
There you go. There you go.
Mine's a little unconventional. For my number 5, it is the return of Cactus Jack. SmackDown, January 13, 2000.
The character debut. He was never in WWF before. How
Ooh!
What do you mean?
Protest! Let's protest!
Ooh!
Yes, it was.
Under
He
protest.
wrestled Triple H.
You want to protest it?
wrestled
Protest.
Triple H
Guess
and
what?
Cactus Jack.
Guess what? Say it all you want. What's
What do
it
you mean?
under? Protest.
But Mike's protest is not correct, so
Guess what? It's not just his. It's mine too now.
it's
Yeah,
not
there we
correct.
go.
Neither's yours, not me. So guess what? Deal with it.
I guess it's not under protest.
Sunglasses down. Deal with
But
it.
probably my favorite promo ever. I just every time it's like chills because it's just so perfectly done.
Yeah, because it's a character debut.
It's not a debut.
Character.
Next one. Who's up next?
My number 5 is from January 7th, 2002, Raw. You know what I'm talking about, BG.
Significantly higher.
It's Triple H. It's denim and leather.
Down and leather. Hey, guess what? Look at me, BJ. Look at me. MJF wore it better.
He really didn't. He was
Definitely
like
not.
shit.
He couldn't fill that shit out.
All the steroids, he still couldn't fucking do it.
This is one of the greatest pops in pro wrestling history for Triple H's
Mhm.
return. The only reason I don't have it higher is because, like,
Nothing
Oh.
happened.
yeah, all he literally did was come out and, like, do his fucking pose on the turnbuckle and everybody cheered. But still an iconic moment in wrestling history. Led up to him winning the Rumble. It was fucking awesome.
BJ.
So,
Didn't.
what? Didn't make your list?
My
Yeah,
list.
it's my number 1.
Oh!
My number 1, the pop was insane.
That's so
Looking
fucking
forward
stupid.
to it.
It's so stupid.
And it's not nothing. See, Mike, I disagree that nothing
he was
happened.
so pretending
the whole-
to be over here.
What are you talking about?
He was so
The whole
fucking-
build up to this throughout the night. You had Kurt Angle going around. He's like, "What? I tear my hamstring all the time. I tear my quad all the time, and I'm here. Look, I'm jumping around." Him and Angle and Christian were incredible the whole fucking night, and building up to this moment, the crowd goes fucking nuts. A reaction you never thought.
Where was this?
MSG, baby.
Yeah.
And I
That's what
was
the
the
G
SmackDown
stands
the
for.
day after, and it was amazing.
Cool.
Yep.
Bad number 1.
It was cool.
Your
Next,
number 4, Don?
it was Brock Lesnar in 2012.
All right. My number 4, CM Punk Survivor Series 2023. Never thought you'd see the fucking day. But
I
it
know.
happened.
As soon as he did the whole AEW
Because,
quit thing, I
yeah,
knew he was gonna
well,
fucking be a little spiteful bitch,
Sure,
and he would
but
give
know
up on his fucking
You mean you thought he was going to
lifetime beliefs. No, what
That's
happened was he
Tony
sold
Khan
out,
for
and
being
guess
a
what?
terrible businessman.
Didn't make.
Way to
My
not be a
list.
fucking leader, loser.
Yeah. Way to be a fucking idiot and drive one of the biggest stars in your fucking company.
And you've been
out
your
to
company's been fucking
competition.
failing ever since. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know what
CM
any of that
Punk
means, but
Has
yeah.
been phenomenal ever since. He's awesome.
Great choice. I have a wee bit higher. My number 4 was previously mentioned. Hardy Boys WrestleMania 33. And I'll admit, big part. Well, there's multiple parts of it. One of the parts
You were
is,
there.
yes, that's a big part of it. We were there, and it was fucking awesome to feel that energy and everybody popping except for one fucking asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And Donnie hating it, that made me love it even more. Also, that contributes to it, and also the fact that it was a true surprise. Like there was like thoughts like maybe the Hardys could come back. They did the ROH ladder match against Young Bucks, and I think was it the same
It was
day
the
or the
night
night
It was like the
before?
day before, and then
Yeah.
they did a ladder match at WrestleMania, which is insane.
Right. It's like, oh, maybe they could come back. But then, like, you know, everybody comes out and the New Day are dressed up to wrestle. And they're like,
Yeah, we
oh,
just
we're
talked
having
about
this ladder match, but we can't do it without one more team. And everybody's like, oh, obviously it's going to be the New Day.
Yep.
And then their music hits and it just fucking erupted. Like, they set that up so perfectly. The Hardys, man, one of the most popular tag teams of all time. And they deserve that kind of pop. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Seagull
Hopefully we
pops.
get it again soon.
Yeah.
Seagull,
Royal Rumble?
Seagull pops,
Ooh,
dude.
that'd be great.
Good.
Donnie, you're number 3.
You know, we're breaking all the rules now, so I'm gonna switch
no.
this shit up here.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna do. It's a double return. It took about 2 weeks to happen, but the return of Scott Hall and Kevin Nash to WCW.
That is so lame.
Excuse me.
The return of the Diamond Stud in Oz?
Let me tell you something.
That is so lame.
Let me tell you something. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash returns. It's no different than Lex Luger. Go ahead.
It's very
Yeah.
different.
That's true.
They're totally new characters at that point.
No, it's
This
a
is
return.
lame.
That's definitely a return. Thank you. Thank you.
In a technical sense,
Hey,
it is, but
BJ, thank you.
My number 3 is John Cena's return at the Royal Rumble 2008. It's so fucking
Did
impressive. that he was
not.
able to do
did
that.
not.
Did not.
That's fine. Because
They-
you guys hate Cena.
My
But
If I
Lord.
liked them, might have made my list.
Yeah, guess what?
I don't care if you like him or not. It's fucking impressive that he was able to do that in less than 3 months.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I learned about steroids is it makes your ligaments really weak.
He never took steroids.
All right.
It instantly, like, turned me off of it because he just shows up in Clean's house and, like, dominates everyone.
Yeah, he's Mickey Mouse. He always wins.
So the Royal Rumble, Dolph Ziggler and the Hurricane Helms and fucking shitty wrestlers do it all the time.
All
Yes,
right,
I would have rather Dolph Ziggler won.
Yeah, I'd rather have fucking.
Honestly, Hurricane, too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd rather
hands
Hurricane be a world champion over John Cena. Yes, I hate John Cena.
There you go.
Great person, maybe.
Mike, you're number 3.
But not sure. No, I'm not done shitting on
I
John
mean-
Cena.
Well, I don't know that he's a great person.
Yeah, there's.
Well,
50-50 on that one.
he's definitely a controlling piece of shit like Vince McMahon. I would just assume that he hides it a lot better. I think he's a lot like Vince McMahon.
He's nice to kids.
Sick
As long as
ones.
they're not his own. 'cause
And-
then
and-
he'll
and-
kill them.
as long
He
as
tried to
they're
kill
sick.
them, too.
If they're sick,
If they're
he's
sick.
wonderful
If he saw my kids, he'd be like, "What are you doing?"
I
Get away
like
from
John
me."
Cena. I don't know why you guys hate him so much, but this was awesome.
I don't know. Maybe because he buried a generation.
He did what had to be done.
He did not. That's a terrible perspective.
My number 3 is somebody who I do like, an all-around nice guy. He returned at Survivor Series 2023. His name is CM Punk.
Traitor, liar.
Agreeing with everything BG said before.
Mhm.
Thanks, Tony Khan. You fucking blew it. All you had to do was, like, be a man and talk to some fucking people and figure it out, and you couldn't figure that out.
I think it was CM
so
Punk. Needed to
Triple
be-
H, being the incredible leader that he is, he stepped in. He's like, you know what? Don't really need CM Punk. We're fucking red hot, and I'm doing an incredible job, but let's just fucking do it anyways. Bring him back in his hometown of Chicago on a fucking whim. Nobody expected it. Music hits, goes absolutely fucking crazy, and it's the talk of
Buries
pro
the
wrestling
Randy
world.
Orton return.
And he's been awesome ever fucking since.
Buries
So
the
good.
Randy Orton return, but it's fine.
CM Punk, CM
CM
Punk,
Punk.
CM Punk.
Nah,
Don, you're number 2.
didn't make my list. I gotta take you guys back to 1993.
Do you?
It's hot out here, huh? It's time for a beach blast. And a blast from the past with the return of Ric Flair to WCW after his unfortunate situation up north.
He had a great run in WWF, actually.
I know, but that's how they always talked about it. He took a trip up north, but he's back now down here.
Oh, it's on my birthday.
Oh, really? I don't
February
like it.
27, 1993.
Yeah, I don't like it as much now.
Brother never should have went back.
Nah, he definitely made the right choice.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put in parentheses BG's birthday.
Ooh. I'll take those points.
Yeah, I'm gonna delete that.
My birthday. No. And then didn't one happen on my birthday? Goldberg was on my birthday. I'm on.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
on-
You know who returned on my birthday?
Big Show.
Braun Strowman.
Yes, dude. Yes. Mark that
You remember
down.
that, PG?
That's
How
my number
sad I
one.
was.
So
That's-
fitting.
That's my number one.
I was so sad.
I'm making a last second improvisation. Sorry.
Number one.
Sorry, Sting.
Number one with a bullet, Donnie.
Yep.
Braun Strowman returns on Mike's birthday.
Mhm. Go ahead. Number two.
Mike, you're number 2?
My number 2 from WrestleMania 38, Cody Rhodes.
Ooh.
Not my favorite wrestler, but
That's so high.
Poop!
You-
Poop didn't make the
you
list!
gotta admit,
Poop!
that was an incredible moment. You've said it many a times.
Who?
No, I
Me?
didn't.
Yes, you did.
Me?
Say that?
You said it was an amazing return.
I didn't.
What, his
Sure did.
testicles being all fucked up?
I didn't say that.
No. That wasn't for his chest. It was after he left the fucking prison that is AEW, and he came back at WrestleMania 38 to WWE, and it was a
Oof.
surprise opponent of Seth Rollins.
Nah.
For
no thanks.
that happened.
His theme music played, the crowd went fucking crazy.
Not me.
Had an amazing match with Seth Rollins, and he's been a top guy for WWE ever since.
Mm.
You just want the George vote.
No, I don't care about the votes on these.
I don't
It's
care
all
about
corrupt.
the votes.
It's all corrupt.
It's all corrupt.
All
He's
corrupt.
such a politician. You are such a politician.
It legitimately is one of the greatest returns of all time.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
he
didn't-
went from being like a fucking mid-carder in WWE,
Wow.
left and came back a huge star.
Yeah, but the AEW made him a big star, then he fucking turned on him. Yeah, I know how it went.
All the fans hated him, and then they loved him when he went to WWE.
I'll say this. From the bottom of my heart, did not make the list.
I know.
Didn't even come close.
Mm.
BJ, what's your number 2?
Oh, my number 2 is Edge from the Royal Rumble 2020. Never thought it would happen, and he came back. It was fucking insane.
Didn't make my list.
Should have won.
Didn't make
Well,
my
I
list.
might as well read my number 1 because I had that significantly higher. Edge Royal Rumble 2020 is my number 1.
What's it really higher?
It was.
It's as significant as
Let
you
me tell
can
you
get
something.
from 2 to 1.
Yeah, that's a big jump.
Yeah. I mean, just incredible. It's a shame he became a traitor. But
Yeah. See, that's
You
why
know,
it was number 1.
Edge to have it taken away.
Why
from
would
him
you
the way
talk
that it
about
was-
someone like that? That's disgusting.
To have his career taken away the way it was so sad, and it's like, man, we're never going to see Edge again. And then I went to SummerSlam that year, and he was on the pre-show, and he fucking like speared Elias. It's like,
Yeah.
because he hadn't been doing anything physical. I mean, technically the year before it was. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So it kind of planted the seed, like maybe Edge could come back. But I still think going into that, nobody thought he was going to be in that Rumble.
Mhm.
And his music hit, crowd went crazy, like the look on his face, like it was just so fucking cool for him to be back. And he had a pretty great run, and then, you know, again, he sullied it and his reputation and his career by leaving WWE. But
What a piece of
it's
shit.
such a memorable and
Anyone
awesome.
who talks like that should be just fucking strung up. All right. So what are you looking for? My number 1?
You're number 1.
All right. So Sting returned in 1997, uncensored. It's coming down from the ceiling. He's the Crow. He's going to whoop some ass. He's going after Hulk Hogan. Set up a whole year of booking. It's one of the most important parts of wrestling history. It's my favorite.
How long was
storyline.
he gone at that point? Because he was appearing in the fucking rafters all the time.
Yeah.
But not like getting involved.
Well, no, this encapsulates all that. He's
You wanna
finally
protest
he
it,
finally had his way of thing. But here's the deal. Don't put that. That was my number 1. But I'm
No.
taking the return of Braun Strowman on Mike's birthday number 1, baby. I can't believe I forgot it. Sorry, Sting. Head back up to the rafters. We're going to do this shit next week because it's somebody's birthday and they need a heavy dose of
That's such
dude.
a bad moment.
Braun Strowman, Mike's birthday, my number 1 fucking return.
Do you know what year it was?
Mike, what year was that?
I think 2022.
It was.
Recently, 2022, that's right. That's right.
That's really fucking funny.
Triple H was like bringing back all these people I liked. I'm like, oh, awesome. And then he comes back on my birthday.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like weeks after like Bailey came back, right? In Dakota Kai.
Yeah.
Great
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
Great stuff.
That's really
all
funny. My number 1 was Triple H, so Mike, you're
Oof.
number 1.
Oof.
That was my number 1, Edge.
Oof.
All right.
Oof City, dude. At least I had
Done.
some fucking honesty
We're
here.
done.
You guys are
You did
fucking
not have any
nuts,
honesty.
dude.
Honesty.
You guys are marks, dude.
Your list is absurd.
You are so fucking jealous, dude. Because guess what? I win these shits all the fucking time, dude. All the time. I'm 2 of the last 2 I won.
I don't think you're gonna win this one.
Yeah, well, that's again how you're wrong. All right, that
But
was
you
great.
can vote at patreon.com/RingRestRadio.
There it is. There it is. BJ, how we do? Mike, how we do? I guess we heard your applause. We heard your clamoring. We heard you tell me evergreen content is where it's at. So we're back here with another top 10. This time, Survivor Series matches. And I don't mean just like the multi-person.
Not just traditional elimination matches.
Yeah. Elimination Chamber?
All of them.
Yeah, all of them, motherfuckers. Every single, it happens at the Survivor Series pay-per-view /PLE. Very annoying. PPV is what I've been yelling for years. Why, I hate change. I get why my grandfather was the way he was. He's like, these goddamn freaking assholes out here changing shit. You're like, dude, it's for the better. You're like, I don't give a shit, it's different.
The only way I refer to it as a premium live event is if I'm writing an article.
But that's the problem. That's
If
the only
I'm
time I
talking
ever
in
say
real
it.
life, I'm never fucking calling it that.
I call it a PLE.
PLE.
PLE, I know what people do.
I
They ignore me.
understand why they changed it, but
Right.
still it's annoying.
It's just I can't change.
I don't want to.
Alright,
Can I tell you the
change.
truth? I don't want to change.
Got some change?
Change. All right, so Mike, explain to everybody what we're going to do.
All right, as we've been doing, it's back by popular demand, our top 10 list. I've been told it's very popular. It's as over as Jack
I
Perry.
like it.
I like it too. I think it's very fun, and I think if you don't like it, get a life.
Kind of an asshole, yeah.
Get a life.
You ruined your own gimmick.
We just used it a minute ago on something else. So I didn't want to dip back into it.
cares?
But anyways, we are each gonna go down.
Drive it into the ground, dude.
We're each gonna go down our top 10 lists of the 10 best matches in Survivor Series history. I'm sure Donnie's gonna have some horrible choices. We're gonna debate it. We're gonna have a great time.
And then we're going to vote on it, right, BJ?
Damn right.
There we
Patreon.com/RingRestRadio.
go. There it is.
I have some honorable mentions, guys.
Oh
as I
boy,
always
here we
do.
go.
This is like, we're like top 10. He's like, well, I got a top 30.
I have
was
like
like, cool.
25. I'll only read the top 5 for now, just in case. But last year's men's War Games, where Randy Orton came back.
Hmm.
You got the SmackDown versus Raw versus NXT Men's Survivor Series match from 2019.
That is on my honorable mention as well. I so badly wanted to put it at
I
number
know.
10, but I didn't quite make it.
I'm looking through my list. I write so poorly that like I'm literally trying to hear what you said, and then I can't even handle it.
That was when fucking Keith Lee was just over like Rover.
Mm-hmm. It was
And
awesome.
Grover.
Remember when he and Brock had that stare down?
Yeah,
That Royal Rumble.
That was great.
He's probably gonna be coming home soon.
Yeah, I
I hope
agree.
he's just doing healthy.
All right, couple more. Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte from Survivor Series 2018. Brock
That's
Lesnar
cool.
versus Big Show, Survivor Series 2002. I think it's like the best 4-minute match you can fucking find. I was there. And Steel Cage match, Survivor Series 2001. The Dudleys versus the Hardy Boys.
Oh, none of those made my list.
Yeah.
They did
those
not
are
make
all
mine
mentions.
either. Some
Yeah.
good-
Because they honestly don't even deserve to be mentioned, if I'm honest.
There you go.
Number 10, BJ.
Number 10!
Number 10.
Number 10?
Number 10.
Number 10. I have a ton of matches here. Number 10. Roman Reigns versus Big E, Survivor Series 2021. A match that we collectively were so looking forward to at that time, because finally they're putting Big E on the pedestal. He's champion. We wanted champion versus champion so badly, and we finally got it with him against Roman Reigns. Match delivered. Fucking great.
That was an awesome match, and honestly, I hadn't even thought about it in a while. And doing my research for this, I was like, oh yeah, that was fucking. And there was one, I think it was the year before that or the year after. It was Roman and Drew. That was also
2020.
fucking great.
Yep, that match was good. That almost made my list.
Neither of them made my list, but they were both. I considered them because they were really great. Like the Raw vs. SmackDown aspect that they were doing was pretty dumb for a while, just because like there was no reason for like Raw and SmackDown to hate each other. So I disliked that aspect. Like they never made you care about that. But we got some really cool champion versus champion matches out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with the championship versus the champion versus championship matches. That's as we get through here, you're gonna see. I like them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mike, what's your 88? Or, what's your 88?
What?
What?
I'm looking
Well,
at
my
mine
number
right now.
10 is from 88, if that's what you're
Oh,
asking.
hold on.
Mike
So's mine.
Tyson.
Hold on. So's mine. That's why I said that. Mike.
All right.
Mike.
I think we have the same
Say it
one.
at the same time.
No,
Powers of Pain.
Yes, versus Team Demolition.
And the Rockers, and the British Bulldogs, and Heart Foundation, and the Young Stallions versus Demolition, Brainbusters, Bolsheviks, Fabulous Rougeaus, and Conquistadors.
I
The
thought
10-on-10
tag team.
Survivor Series Tag Team Elimination match.
In terms of pure talent in one match,
Mm-hmm.
you'd be hard
On one
pressed.
team, really.
I mean, no, but if you look at the other team, it's fucking pretty incredible too, man.
I
Arn Anderson.
I love Demolition, I love the Brainbusters, but think of fucking Rockers, British Bulldogs, Heart
I
Foundation.
really like the Rougeaus too.
The Rougeaus.
I don't know.
like the Rougeaus.
If I got Rogios,
Rougeaus, brother,
Rogials. But yeah, no, again, that's I love this match. It's long as shit. It's fucking.
It is. It's like almost an hour.
It's like, but it's like when it comes to the traditional elimination chamber or Survivor Series style match.
Are you okay?
This is no. I was just getting stoned. Truly, it's like one of the best Survivor Series matches you'll ever see, and it's tag team, and it just made it so chaotic. At one point, I just remember looking at the ring, and it was like all the sides of the ring were filled with people.
It was.
It was.
There was no room to move.
It was like a rumble, but if everybody was on the fucking apron, it was fucking crazy.
I'll be honest. I don't know if it's really one of the 10 best matches ever happened in Survivor Series, but I have so much nostalgia for it because when I was a kid watching fucking old VHS tapes, like I would see this match and be like, "This is so cool!" Like all these fucking awesome tag teams, all this talent. Like you look at this now and how many of these guys are in the Hall of Fame. Like how many of them became like huge stars as singles guys eventually.
Yeah, I mean seriously, fucking Jim Powers was in this match.
Yeah, Jim Powers, brother.
Uno and Dos.
And then they had like there was so much insane shit that happened in this. Fucking Conquistadors were the last team left for their team, which is insane. There was a fucking like double turn in this match. Mr. Fuji screwed over Demolition, and then Powers of Pain like they beat him up, and then Powers of Pain like helped him up and put him in their corner.
Yep.
Like just insane shit. I love this match.
Yeah, it's chaotic and I agree. Maybe it's not from an in-ring perspective, but from a memory standpoint, when people say that traditional Survivor Series match, this is the match I think of. There are better ones. I have ones higher on the list than this, but this one was just so chaotic. I always think of this one. So my 10. So yeah, and how about number 9? Number 9.
So you guys both had the same number 10.
Yes, same exact number 10.
We both, I think, have expressed our love for this match in the past.
100%. Listen, Mike, I hate you for most of your wrestling opinions. I hated you when you shat on TNA. I hate you when you shat on fucking AEW. We've never agreed on our WWE likes, okay? But one thing we've always kind of been in line with is the 80s and early 90s. It's like there's a lot of respect for it. Like actual respect, not George respect, real respect.
No. We don't want to bang these guys. We just really like
I mean, Hercules Hernandez could toss me a right. You know what I'm saying, man? Come on.
He's past.
R.I.P. Junkyard Dog.
He's also not in this match.
Junkyard Dog would get it. Go ahead, next.
My number 9. I was there for this. It's Edge and Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit versus the Los Guerreros.
Oh, actually,
I have this significantly higher.
Same do I.
Yeah.
Mike, don't do this. Don't be on my side right now. I also have it. I also have it significantly higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did as well initially, and I was like, oh, well, I'm maybe biased for being there.
Yes.
And
this
I
one
started
time,
watching,
you're actually not.
Yeah. But then I just started like watching more Survivor Series matches. I was like, man, so much chaos in some of these other matches and everything. But this to me is a flawless, straight up tag team match where there's no.
It's one of the greatest
involved.
ever tag team matches.
Yeah,
Right.
I 100% agree.
I think the No Mercy 2002 tag team match is better than this. But being there for this match, and a match I was really looking forward to, they deliver in every aspect. Shut the fuck up.
Jesus Christ, dude. I know you were. We all know you were there, dude. Mike, you know, I'll talk more about it later when it matters, where it should be. Mike, can I go next?
Sure.
because I don't know where you have this one, but I'm almost positive you do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one that I do like going back and watching wrestling from this time period, and like this time period especially is kind of poo-pooed on a little bit. I'm going to go back to 1995, and I'm doing Diesel and Brett, because I remember I fucking loved this match, and I still this might be Kevin Nash's greatest match.
I agree, and it was honestly close to making my list. It didn't make my list, but I always felt Brett had really great matches with Diesel, and he would it's because Diesel had like the longest legs of all time, and he would like work the leg and set off for the sharpshooter, and they were always very good matches.
No, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. It is, in my opinion, Kevin Nash, besides the match against CM Punk, it is Kevin Nash's best match.
No, he didn't have that one. It was fucking sledgehammer on a pole against Triple H, remember?
That's right. I just remember his shirt. He looked like the guy from Punisher, but in real life. But yeah, I you know me. I'm not a huge like Diesel guy. I thought that during that period of time it wasn't very good. But Brett could get a great match on anybody. And I just remember being 95. I was like 7, 8 years old. This was a big deal. I loved this match. I loved Brett too.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a good choice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's be
I
honest.
remember not.
Let's be honest here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you name a bad Bret Hart match like from this era?
From 95?
His match against Isaac Yankem was probably bad.
Honestly, it was Kane's best match until he became Kane. His whole life, I guarantee it.
I wouldn't say it was Brett's fault though.
No, I can't though. No.
My number 9 also.
Will you
Bret
say?
Hart.
Hold on, real quick, Mike. I'm going to ask you. We always do. Would you rather? Make me and my kids. Would you rather? That's a little game they love to play all the time.
Hey.
Would you rather? You have to delete one person from history. Which one is it going to be? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Bryan's run from 30 till now.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit before 30, like leading into 30. The whole build to that,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or Brett, 89 to 97.
Oh my god, that's brutal.
Because you get the tail end of the tag team stuff, then his rise, right? And then you get to the screw job.
Yeah. I can
answer this very
I
easily.
could see why people would do Daniel Bryan, and part of it's because it's happening now, or I could see why people would prefer him. But Brett was such a part of my childhood and all the shit that I loved growing up that I could not erase that.
Yeah.
I think this is a very easy choice, Donnie.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan had, up until that time, because you're talking about until 2013, right? You're talking about 2013 to now, you erase D-Bryan. He still had a Hall of Fame career before that. You're taking away Brett's entire Hall of Fame career.
Oh, that's not true. 83?
No,
the whole 80s, he was a huge
Well,
part of the
I
tag
was gonna
team.
say, I think
close to
the
what
stuff
the
that
match
Brett
was.
did in like Stampede Wrestling, while it may have been great, it's not easily accessible to see where
Sure,
you can
even
see
in
all.
even in
Ryan
WWF,
House
he
and
was a
shit
tag
out.
team guy.
It's not better than the fucking Bulldog match, the Mr. Perfect match, all these things with Stone Cold, and the screw job led to the Attitude Era.
Yeah, you're right. Bret Hart's the best. You're right. Much better than Shawn Michaels. You're right
I'm
about
glad we all chose
that. Okay.
Brett.
Go ahead.
My
Michaels.
number 9 does include Brett. It's Bret Hart. It's Shawn Michaels. It's the Montreal Screwjob, 1997. Again, this is kind of like the previous one. I wouldn't say that it's maybe one of the 10 best from an in-ring perspective, although
Did not make my list.
okay. Although it was I think
Significantly higher on my list.
What's that?
Significantly higher on my
Okay.
list.
Well, my choice for it is because of everything it represents and everything it means for the world of in the history of professional wrestling, and I think it deserves to be on here because of that. Leading up to this, like, this felt absolutely fucking massive as a kid. I was a Shawn Michaels guy, but I also liked Brett, but I didn't like how he was talking shit on our country, and I wanted Shawn Michaels to go into fucking Canada and beat his ass. And that's what happened. That's what you know what? He won fair and square, straight up.
I hate you so much. Is this Earl Hebner? Who is this?
But the ending of this match, like, we everything we know about it now, but think of, like, back to when you were a kid, like, watching the ending of this match, like, having no fucking idea what's going on.
Yeah.
And then for Brett to spit in Vince's face and to do the WCW, writing it in the air.
I was marking out. My uncle, I didn't understand why, but my uncle was, like, marking out and shit like that. And I just remember being like, He's like, this is such a cool thing. And I was like, yeah, right? It's cool, right? I'm still learning.
And then we see Vince the next night on Raw with the black eye and saying Brett screwed Brett. Like, this is one of the most insane fucking things that ever happened in pro wrestling history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't even close to one of the best matches that Shawn and Brett had with each other, but it means so much that I think it needs to be on the list.
I gotta tell you what, one thing that made me love Vince, like have a spot in my heart of love for Vince, the old school promoter guy, is him being like, he's gonna come back and punch me. You let him get one fucking punch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He knew what he did, and he fucking he took it like a fucking man. That's
he did what you gotta do.
And honestly,
And
I still
I still
it's like
say
the
to
most
this
honorable
day,
thing that
it was
Vince
the
done.
right thing
Yeah,
to
it might
do,
be.
by the way.
yeah. I mean, listen.
The screw job was the right thing to do.
If he really believed that that's what Brett was gonna do, he was just doing what it's an what do they call it? Like an honorable. Oh, there's a word for that in the military where you kill someone, you kill one person to save a bunch. There's a word for it.
Oh.
But that's what he did, and that's what or at least in the moment, in his justification, he felt like. And again, you're the one who has to rest your head on that pillow, and he felt like he was doing the right thing, right or wrong. So I always thought the screw job, again, one of the most interesting things that's ever happened in wrestling. And so looking back now, there's so many stories about it, but early on, you didn't know. You didn't know what was really happening and what was really like why it happened that way and shit. It was really cool. Did not make my list.
Wow.
Because it was the moment that created everything. The match itself was just not up to par with their other matches, honestly.
I think it all goes together.
Yeah. It's literally part of the match, so.
Okay, please don't be ignorant. Next
It's
one?
the ending sequence of the match.
Next one?
BG's number 8, I think we're on, right?
My number 8 is the WWF versus the Alliance Survivor Series 2001. Overall, really good match.
This is 8, you said?
I had this at 8.
Significantly higher.
A little bit higher.
Yeah. It's,
A little bit higher.
I went back and
higher.
Just a little tiny bit higher.
I went back and rewatched it, and I think it's more that around that time, first off, the Invasion really sucked overall. Everyone knows it. Had some good moments, but overall, it wasn't what we thought it should have been, and a lot of reasons for that. But having all these guys in the same match with everything on the line, it's like, all right, this is going to be the end of the Alliance, of the Invasion. We're all ready for it too, and they delivered, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'll talk about it a little bit more later, but just the star power in that match is kind of unmatched for anything we've ever seen, pretty much.
Yes, that is a huge reason why it was
That's
incredible.
a big reason. Mm-hmm.
Yes. I'll just say it right now because it's just
Your number 7?
No, it's 6.
Oh.
Just a little bit higher. But yeah, it's incredible, absolutely awesome match, and like again, you can't. Are you have it open right now? Can you list off who was in it?
I can.
Go ahead.
It's The Rock, The Undertaker, Jericho, Kane, and Big Show against Stone Cold, Kurt Angle, RVD, Booker T, and Shane McMahon.
I will just say to you, anyone can come to me. Show me a. We had 12. Actually, it was 10, right?
10.
Yes.
It's 10.
10 on 10.
10 on 10. 20 fucking people in the ring, and that was impressive. That's why this to me was always the match itself is fine. It's it's a fun match and shit. It is memorable, but truly, it's like it's all the star power of watching. It's like it was incredible. And again, at this time, they hadn't totally fucked it up yet.
Yeah.
Right? So it was like, oh, this could be something. R.I.P.
I don't know what you're talking about actually anymore.
Okay, it's fine.
I agree, and I was like, wait, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's fine. And now I'll do my number 8. You ready for this one, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
Now this one is based off of, again, me going through my history before Lucy was born, and the match I had some of the most fun watching. It is not a good match. I will go on the record and say it is not a great match,
Okay.
but it is one that
Is it the fucking 4 doinks?
No. It's the Ultimate Warriors against the Heenan family from '89. It was the main event.
Okay, yeah.
Okay? The match itself, not great. Again, there's this albatross they were carrying around named Shawn Michaels. So it really didn't make it that great. But it was Bobby Heenan, and it was all about Heenan. And I just remember being so genuinely entertained by just watching him do his shit and Andre being fucking crazy as shit. Because he's dying at this point, right? So, like, he's like, I'm fucking out of here.
I mean, he died in like 93.
Yes, but the end of his run with WWF was really brutal. He was in a rough.
Yeah, he couldn't hardly move.
Yeah, and then, I mean, again, it was so stupid and fun, but again, Ultimate Warriors and Heenan family, always loved it.
My number 8 is Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret Hart, 1996. Now.
Ooh, can I say something to you?
Uh-huh.
Significantly higher.
Okay. This is not the Stone Cold versus Bret match that anybody ever talks about. They always talk about WrestleMania 13, and it's understandable why. That's one of the
100%.
greatest matches of all
Fucking
time.
greatest double turn ever.
But this is an amazing match as
It's
well.
damn near better if it wasn't for all the blood shit.
I disagree
guess,
with that.
but-
I watched this the other day, and I don't think it's. I honestly don't think it's kind of close to the WrestleMania match.
From a technical perspective, it's better, but that's not what the WrestleMania
Yeah,
match
that's what I
is
mean.
trying
Like
to be.
that's what I was trying to say. Thank you.
Like,
the idea is
but
like
this-
it's not the moment, but the match itself is
Mhm.
killer.
This match was cool because, like, this is before Stone Cold was, like, the guy that
Stone
everybody
Cold.
saw. Right, and he's, like, the fucking brawler who'll beat your ass. Like, he was trying in this match to prove he was the better technical wrestler than Bret. He was trying to beat him like the $1 Million Dream, and he was trying to out-wrestle Bret. Which, by the way, like, stunning Steve Austin was a fucking great in-ring performer. Like, not that Stone Cold wasn't, but it was just a different thing.
Yeah.
He was wrestling that way as Stone Cold in this match.
He was the
which very cool to
ringmaster.
see. Yeah, and this was like the origins of their feud, essentially, that became one of the all-time greats. And I think that people who don't know about it, and I think a lot of people probably don't know about it or maybe don't remember it, they should watch this match because this is a great match, a great precursor to what you ultimately get at WrestleMania 13.
Significantly higher.
Good, I'm glad you have it on your list at least.
7.
My number
Oh,
7.
real quick, BJ. Fact I
Yeah.
saw, somebody pointed this out to me. Do you know that Stone Cold's Stone Cold promo, the Austin 316 promo,
Yeah.
that was the same day that Mario Party 64 came out?
Dude,
Mario Party.
one of the greatest days of all time, apparently.
Honestly, seriously. I thought somebody's...
I love that game. Even though Mario Party 2 is my favorite.
I will tell you
Mario
what,
Party.
the latest one's my favorite because they're all the fucking best. Mario
Oh,
Party
the one
8
on
was
Switch
my
is very
favorite for
fun.
Wii, which is incredible. I don't even have the one for Switch yet.
Nah.
Now what?
You're fucking stupid.
The one for Wii was incredible. You had to shake up a paint can. It looked like you were jerking off.
Nah.
You missed out, brother. It was the one time that motion was useful for me.
What?
I believe that.
Go ahead.
I don't believe that.
7.
Number 7 from Survivor Series 2016 is the men's Survivor Series match, Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. You may remember this one of when Shane goes
Died.
to the Roman Reigns spears
What
the
year
fuck
was
out
it?
of Shane. This is 2016.
Oh,
I
guess
almost put
what?
this on my list because of the Shane almost dying spot.
That's a
You
huge
said
part of
You
this.
said it's on your list for that reason?
Hey,
No, I
Mike,
almost put it on
But
my
Oh,
list.
it's almost. Okay.
BJ,
Yeah.
BJ,
Yeah.
significantly higher.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Because
Roman
I
Reigns fan over there.
Dude, this
I watched
match...
this back, and this
was-
match is like an hour long, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
Not for that reason, actually, because it's one of the worst reasons for it. But this match is great. The fucking spear was awesome. Shane is so fucked up that he accidentally kicks out. Because he definitely was supposed to be pinned on that fucking fall, and then he just kind of lifts his shoulder up, and the ref's like, alright, can't fucking count it
He
now.
probably booked the match, like the Royal
Yeah.
Rumble that time.
He went out on his own. He fucking audible.
Yeah, he definitely did.
I remember leading up to this, I went to a Raw, and they had like everybody from these teams in the ring, and it was like it was during like Jericho's list time, and he was like putting Ellsworth on the list for being like an ugly fucking troll and stuff like that. It was just like such an entertaining segment. There was an insane amount of talent in that match.
Yep.
They rip up the list. Jericho goes nuts. Donnie, correct me if I'm wrong, Bray Wyatt gets the pin at the end.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt is a fucking star in this match. He looks incredible. So,
So this match was awesome. And this around this time, Mike, 2016, I think they just recently did like the brand split and the draft, and SmackDown was on fucking fire.
I remember SmackDown, like they brought in like brought back Rhino, they brought back Shelton
isn't this when
Benjamin, they called
Natty-
up like American
this-
Alpha
isn't this when Natty touched Zack Ryder's dong?
around that time.
Around that time. But this also, Dean Ambrose gets eliminated. He comes back to screw over AJ Styles, and you get a mini Shield reunion.
Oh,
Oh.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
The triple power bomb.
Of AJ Styles. So
Wow.
just so many fun moments. I was like, man, thinking back to this, definitely top 10.
Yeah, I'm going to just tell you. I have it as my 4th highest match.
God.
I
Yeah.
loved
So it's awesome.
that match. And now because we covered it, I had a different perspective on it. But like as I look back, I was like, man, this match is like better than better than I even remember. And I actually watched it happen.
Right.
I think when we live in the moment, sometimes, especially if like a lot of the other stuff around it sucks, we have like a cynical view.
I will tell you this: there's an old saying that I absolutely love. It's hard to see the forest through the trees. And now that I can look back, I'm like, damn, that was really fucking good. Because around it, there's a lot of doo-doo butter. But this was nice. I liked it.
Yeah.
All right, my 7. Can I do my 7 now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Go for it.
Let's go back to 2017. Brock Lesnar, AJ Styles. You think?
Significantly higher.
You
A
think?
little bit higher.
Just a little bit. But I love this match. This is one of the first times, because I remember, did Dean Ambrose Brock thing, what year was that?
That was 2016.
Okay, because I feel like it was like,
32, right?
He's gonna no-sell AJ. I remember just feeling like,
Right. You were unsettled about this.
yes, I was like, what the fuck? And then it was, Brock was like, I love you. I'll respect you forever. I'll sell for you. I thought there was by the way, they top it the next year in incredible fashion.
We'll get to that.
Significantly
higher.
Significantly higher.
But this was the first, I mean it. This is some of Brock's best selling. This is AJ being AJ at a time where you're like, I'm not sure. I'm still unsure about AJ in WWE.
Right? Yeah.
And then this happens and you're like, oh, well, this might work out.
Yeah. We were looking
I'll
forward to this. Like, this was peak for us, I think.
100%.
I'll talk real quick about my number 6 before my number 7, because my number 6 is Brock and AJ, 2017. The only thing I want to say is, I remember us going into it in the weeks prior. I think Donnie was pretending to be excited. You and I, BG, we were fucking just...
I remember exactly what you
I
were
was not pretending to be excited.
Because it was going to be Jinder Mahal against Brock Lesnar. He was calling himself the fucking Beastmaster and dumbass shit like that. I'm like, I cannot believe we're going to waste a precious Brock Lesnar match on Jinder Mahal. And then we were thrown a lifeline. AJ Styles fucking mercifully ends the awful title reign of Jinder Mahal. We were celebrating in the streets, and then we get this dream match, Brock and AJ. And this is just one of those matches, you know, he had them before, but this to me it feels like the first one where it's like he went on like a run of matches against these smaller guys, and they were just his best matches that he's had. Like, because he was willing to sell for these guys. He absolutely was. He sells for AJ in this match big time. He sells for Daniel Bryan in that match the following year big time. He proves that he's like not a one-trick pony. He's not just like some fucking big dude who's gonna go destroy everybody. Like, he's willing to have these great matches. People shit on Brock Lesnar saying he's not, but it's not realistic. He is willing to have these great matches. He's willing to sell. And if you don't believe it, watch this match.
Not all the time, no.
If he respects and likes the person.
I mean, why don't you like Mox? I just don't get it, Brock. You had such a chance there. That really chaps my ass.
That one hurt.
That one should have been a lot better.
Dude, we had Terry Funk fucking with a chainsaw, and it was just like, it's the match. I'm going to have to go back and watch the match again.
The build to the match was so awesome.
Yeah. Him talking to like legends and shit about how to fucking they basically had all this hardcore elements, and they basically said, "No, we're not doing that."
Dude, remember they opened a Raw with him just like spearing him onto the top of a fucking car?
Yep, that was because at that time, before that happened, our fear, BG, was they were doing Brock and Bray at WrestleMania because the Wyatt family took Brock out of the match, and we were like, oh man. And then Raw just randomly opens with that, and we're like, we're so fucking back.
Hell yeah.
We're so fucking
Dude,
back.
they missed the opportunity to have Bray and Brock.
Yep.
I'll tell you right now.
Well,
I'll do my number 7. I'll go back one here.
Gonna go back in time. Back in time.
From 2022, it's a War Games match. War Games!
War Games.
It's the Bloodline versus Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, Sheamus, Butch, and Ridge Holland. Dude, you know me. I love everything related to the Bloodline. This was special. This was the first time we ever saw the entire Bloodline
special.
together.
It was so special it didn't make my fucking list, Mark.
Well, because you're
me.
fucking dummy.
Yeah. Dummy, yeah.
Dummy, yeah. this is the first time we saw the Bloodline in its entirety working together on the same team. And the storytelling we got in this match was unbelievable, especially as it relates to Sami Zayn. At this time, it was like starting to plant the seeds of like, is Sami is he having second thoughts because he's going against Kevin Owens, his best friend? Like, Roman was very worried about this. The Usos were like kind of backing him, like, no, it's going to be cool. And, you don't know what's going to happen. And ultimately, he chooses to side with the Bloodline in the match, even though he has this moment, it seems like, where he's like trying to decide. He goes with the Bloodline. He ends up winning the match on behalf of his team. They're all, Roman fucking hugs him. Like, this set up everything else because Roman at this moment trusts this guy. And then eventually, Sami ends up turning on him. So, like, this was such a huge match and huge moment in telling the Bloodline story and the Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn story. And it was so fucking cool to see the Bloodline all together on one team.
I agree. I think it's the best War Games match in the main roster by far. I have it higher on my list.
All right.
What number?
Number 6 for BG.
Yep. My number 6 is Survivor Series 2014, Team Cena versus Team Authority. This is Sting's debut.
I got a bit higher.
This is Dolph Ziggler, quite possibly the greatest performance in a Survivor Series match for me because this is someone that we had backed for so long. He was crying on our show to us of why I'm not booked as I should be. And we're like, no, you're fucking awesome.
Yep.
And he finally got to showcases. Unfortunately, it didn't go anywhere as usual with Vince booking Dolph Ziggler. It made no sense. I think the name really fucking screwed him over. But this match, this is how you do a Survivor Series match to build someone up because we reference this all the time. And Sting, fucking mind-boggling, finally shows up in WWE, something that I wanted for so long, and so finally we got it. It had to be number 6.
Nope, it didn't make the list because they fucking ruined Sting and they ruined Dolph Ziggler. Fuck you, WWE.
Well, that didn't happen in the moment.
I don't give a shit.
Right.
That's my perception of the whole entire
situation.
situation. No, I'm not taking on his shit.
Well, before
Fuck,
Donnie
it didn't
says
make
the
my
6, I'll just chime in. That's my number 5, the Authority versus Team Cena. For people that don't remember, that was Rollins, Kane, Luke Harper, Mark Henry, and Rusev against Cena, Ziggler, Ryback, Big Show, and Rowan. Some of the most random fucking teams you'll ever hear.
Yep.
But a lot of talent, for sure. I remember, like, Big Show did his 1,000th career turn on Eric Rowan in this match. I think we ended up getting the classic stairs match.
Stairs match came out of it.
But we got Luke and Dolph out of this at TLC, and we love that one.
Yeah, but just as BG said, even more so than Sting showing up, Dolph's performance is what puts us here for me because it's like we were all huge fucking Dolph fans. All we wanted was Dolph fans.
Dolph fans? I was gonna say we're huge Dolphins.
We're just Dolphins.
We're huge Dolphins. We're like Tyreek Hill, dude.
We always wanted him to be pushed as a top guy. He won Money in the Bank and then he won the title and fucking lost it right to Del Rio for no reason. And we were like begging for him to be put back on the top, and it finally felt like he was going to be, and yes, never fucking happened, but this is like one of the all-time performances in a Survivor Series match, and Sting showing up was the cherry on top, even though they fucked that up ultimately too.
My 6 is
Your
what
number
I
6.
mentioned earlier, which was WWF versus the Alliance. Again, just the people in the match, it's insane looking back now. It truly is. It's like star power wise. We always say that 6-person Armageddon Hell in a Cell match. We're like, look at the star power in that match, right? Look at the star power in that match. The Rock, Jericho, Undertaker, Kane, Stone Cold, Kurt Angle, Rob Van Dam, Booker T, Shane McMahon. Big Show was also there, I found.
It sure was.
But legitimately, it's just that might be in terms of that might be the most stacked match of all time.
That's awesome.
And it actually was a good match.
They delivered.
Who knew? Who knew all the best guys would do good things?
Yeah. Sometimes, especially Vince booking and everything, and those storylines, like you get to the crescendo of everything, the blow off of the storyline, and this doesn't deliver. But this, for what was overall kind of a shitty invasion angle, they delivered in the best moment.
All right, you ready?
My number 5.
PG's number 5.
Oh, my number 5. What? What's up, Donnie?
I was gonna say I'm gonna just jump in real quick. Mine was Edge and Ray, Angle and Benoit and the Guerreros from 2002. That was my 5. I agree with everything you said. It might be my favorite pure tag team match. It's also the idea of what I want for everything, Texas Tornado style. I want everyone running around and doing crazy shit. I want, like, it was great. Honestly, fantastic.
It was amazing. It was amazing to be alive for it.
Oh my God.
Another thing that must have been amazing to be
unbearable.
alive for was Survivor Series 97, Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart. The screw job has to be number 5 because of everything that takes place around it. I think you guys actually undersold the match itself, so I went back and rewatched it.
No, I don't think it was a bad match at all.
I think it was really fun. I mean, they're brawling around the arena. There's just, like you said, Mike, heading into this felt like a big deal. By the time you got to this match in the moment, felt like a massive fucking deal. And Shawn Michaels absolutely hated by the crowd. They're brawling throughout. Then you have him put on the fucking sharpshooter, ring the bell. You're like, what the fuck is going on? But everything that unfolds after, as you guys said, spelling out WCW, spitting on Vince. Then you get everything that really unfolds. The attitude ever for fucking WWE. Vince becomes one of the greatest characters of all time. You don't get Stone Cold Steve Austin without this moment. And everyone has an opinion about the screw job. It's one of the most it's probably the most fascinating thing ever in wrestling to me. I would go back over the years and just watch all these different documentaries. Everyone has their opinion. And the biggest thing that we still don't know, for sure, did Brett fucking know? And I don't think we're ever going to know about everything that really unfolded with the screw job. And so that's why I have it so high.
Know.
Whatever it is. And he blames so many people for it. So many things happen. Probably my... The biggest thing that...
Just shut up. That's not true.
But yeah, this is number 5 for me.
Okay, I did not make my list.
My number 5, as I said, was the Authority versus Team Cena. You already said your number 5, Donnie?
Yeah, it's the tag team match.
I'll say my number 4 real quick because it was the same. Los Guerreros versus Edge and Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit from 2002. Yeah, I agree that this is probably one of the best pure tag team matches of all time. And yeah, like, obviously it's not a 2-on-2, so you could argue it's not truly a pure tag team match, but
there's no gimmick.
These guys, right, but these guys just fucking, I mean, these are 6 of the best ever.
Five of the best.
Murder notwithstanding. Chavo notwithstanding. But Chavo, when you put him with Eddie, that elevate him to the next level. Yeah. But these teams, like Edge and Rey Mysterio, I remember, like, who would think that was going to be a great team, but they were. Yeah, it was a random team, but they were fucking awesome together. Just so many great in-ring workers in one match, and I don't know. It just fucking worked. This was an amazing match.
Yep. All right. Don, you said you're number 5, right?
Yep. That's, again, the tag.
Right.
I don't know how many times I'm going to tell you it's a fucking tag team match.
Just want to make sure. That's what it is.
That was my number 4.
Okay, and I'll tell you my number 4 is, since we already talked about it. 2016, Team SmackDown versus Team Raw. That was AJ Styles, Bray, Dean, Randy Orton. We talked about Shane. The moments in that match, Bray shining bright, all the chaos of Dean Ambrose and his bullshit. I loved it. This was great.
So my number 4 is the Bloodline versus the Team Brawling Brutes, Survivor Series 22. Mike spoke about it.
Didn't make the list.
Yeah, I think that's wild because the storytelling in this match is fantastic, and the moment of Sami Zayn really, aligning with the Bloodline for sure, the hug and everything, them standing, that leads to one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time for me. And then main eventing against the Usos was fantastic. The turn at the Royal Rumble and it was Elimination Chamber in Montreal, Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn. So this all stems from this match, and so it was number 4 for me. I was gonna say my number 3, Brock Lesnar versus AJ Styles. That was, as you guys said, just an absolutely phenomenal match, but it was a dream match for me. 2 of my favorites of all time, and they delivered in the match that we wanted so badly to see happen, and we finally got that dream match.
What was your 4, Mike?
My 4 was Los Guerreros versus Edge and Rey versus.
Oh, how many times do you have to say it?
I don't know. Apparently, that tag team match has been repeated more than any other. Holy shit! I repeat myself when I'm under stress. I'm under stress.
For 3.
My number 3 is the Elimination Chamber from 2002.
Significantly higher.
It's
significantly higher.
It's a fantastic match. The idea of it was so unique and cool. And one thing that I always say about WWF is they're like video packages and shit, man. And the video package for the Chamber was always like, I can't.
They sold
wait
it
to
like the most fucking diabolical shit you'll ever see.
Like the guy from the movies is like, You will see miles of chains, 700 miles of chains, locked in 10,000 pounds of steel. I'm just like, God damn, dude, this is going to be awesome. And guess what? It was.
It was, yep.
It was. I don't know what else you want me to say. Very good match. BJ, It was 2002.
I was there, baby. I was there, so
yeah, I
will say
this. But most of the shit you say, I'm like, I don't give a shit about. But that is something cool to see.
That is really cool. Mike, you're number 3.
My number 3 has been mentioned a couple times already. Team WWF versus Team The Alliance, 2001. As we mentioned, just the star power of it all, the importance of it at that time. Like, people don't really think about it now. That was a crazy time to be a fan. It was always WWF and WCW through our childhood, and then it was all together when WCW went out of business. Seeing people in WWF that you never thought would be in there, people in ECW involved, and it was just like, it should have been so much more than it was. The invasion as a whole, obviously, we all know that now, but it was exciting in the moment, and this was a big part of that. And like, Kurt Angle turning on Stone Cold and, Team WWF winning through that was like a pretty crazy moment. Just like, I don't know. Again, if you ask me, is it really the third best from just a pure in-ring perspective? It's probably not, but it's just so much of like what it meant and who was involved, and that makes me put it up this high.
Yeah.
Put it up.
Put it up.
I'm going to put up my number 2. One of the greatest matches you can ever see, as far as I'm concerned. This is a perfect match. 5 stars. 2 of my favorites of all time. I think collectively 2 of our favorites. And a match that we wanted. A dream match, Survivor Series 2018. Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan. The mind games of this match heading in, where they're both heels. But Daniel Bryan just like, fuck it. I'm now a face in this match. As you anticipate.
No. He wasn't a face. He was somehow turning like
he was kind of a dickhead.
Face. Brock was the face in this match. That's the beauty of this fucking match. Daniel Bryan came down like a spider monkey.
No, he was received as the babyface.
Yeah, for sure. But in this match, if you're talking about who was doing what, he's the heel. He fucking healed up to Brock Lesnar, which is such a big dick move. This is my number 1 match. This is one of my favorite matches of all time, because you could have given me 1,000 guesses on how this match turned out, and this never would have been one of them.
No. He
Brock
bullies
and
Brock
D-Bry.
a lot, but they both bully each other, and Brock Lesnar sells his ass off for Daniel Bryan because Daniel Bryan is one of the greatest ever, and as far as I'm concerned, if Brock didn't sell, Daniel Bryan was going to make him sell. So
he definitely.
It's good that he played game anyway. But just the storyline throughout this match of how is Daniel Bryan going to take down the Beast, and he fucking doesn't. And I think this is like the second or so time that D-Bry does the holding your hands up, and I'm just going to stomp on your fucking face, and you can't do anything about it. Because I think when he, like, as a heel, did on like a SmackDown before it, but he did it in this match, and I was like, this is one of the greatest spots ever. And he's been doing it ever since, and I love it every time. This match is perfect.
Yeah. I also have that as my number 2. We talked often leading up to this about, and before we even knew this match was going to happen, how Brock and D-Bry was a dream match. And it was, because it's Brock, who's a big fucking beast monster heel, and before Daniel Bryan was a heel, he was like the underdog babyface. It was like the absolute perfect dichotomy that you would want in a match. And we end up getting it, and like you guys said, we got it in a way that you never could have imagined.
No.
Like, Daniel Bryan was like the aggressor and like was in control of the match for like
kick him and dip.
portions.
He'd kick him and he'd dip out of the ring and fucking run around.
Right.
Remember he was running him around the ring and shit? He's like, come on, I got cardio all day. And Brock gets pissed and chases him, and he's like, come on, I'll run all day. Come on, fuck you.
He was doing the kind of shit. Remember, but when he was like out injured on Total Divas, he would talk about how he was doing some fucking new wrestling thing, and he was like you said, like fucking gorilla, like getting down low and shit like that. And he used that shit on Brock Lesnar. He told us before he ever did it that he was going to do it, and he did it.
The man of his word.
I wish we could go back to this time and experience all over again, like, our excitement for this fucking match, because I know it was it was probably all we fucking talked about for weeks, to be honest with you.
I mean, it really
and it
was.
delivered in every way.
And
it holds up in every way.
It
too.
really
like,
does. And because here's the thing. Here's how I know Daniel Bryan was the fucking heel in the actual match itself, okay? Because when Brock got his hands on him, I was like, good! Get him, motherfucker! He's been a dick for like 5 minutes here, slowing this match down, rolling it. Dude, I'm telling you, if you haven't seen that match, I mean this. That truly is one of my favorite all-time wrestling matches because it is, you can't sneak shit by us. We thought about it. Even if you guys say it or I say it, like we thought about it. This was, you never saw Daniel Bryan's ass trying to punk out Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar like feeding into it and shit. It was like, it was great. Perfect storm. Loved it. My number one.
So what's your number two, Don?
Bret vs. Stone Cold from 96.
Oh, okay.
Again, this did lead to that, and in my run through time, I think that's what's important to me about this. This match, I didn't know a lot about this match. I knew about the 13 match, of course, but this match, I was like, oh, they did wrestle before, but I don't think I've seen it or hadn't saw it in a while, right? So going through my history, watching this match happen, I actually watched this happen, and I was like, oh, this is all fucking new to me. Like, I like this a lot. This is a fantastic match, and this is Stone Cold at a different point of his career. It's, honestly, this is WCCW, like, Stone Cold, where he's like fucking really...
Oh, it's fucking stunning, Steve. Get out of here.
Well, it's running the ropes. It's fucking like being a technical in-ring guy, you know what I mean? And like, and doing that kind of stuff, but you're also seeing a little more like aggression start to come out. So you're like seeing the birth of him. It's real. I love it. It's a great match. It's my number two.
My number one, I was there for it. It's the Elimination Chamber. These are some of my favorite wrestlers ever. Heading into this pay-per-view, not really knowing what this Elimination Chamber was going to be, but like, holy shit, they're introducing a new fucking gimmick match. Can't wait to see what the fuck this is. Going there and seeing it above the fucking ring, I was like, holy shit, what are they about to do in this? And they, in my opinion, still 22 years later, this is the best Elimination Chamber match. Could be because I was there, probably because I was there, but I still think if you go back and watch this match, it's better than anything that they've ever done since with the Elimination Chamber, because everyone played such an important role. RVD climbing the fucking side of the cage, you got him jumping off,
Triple H getting what he deserves.
Yep. But Shawn Michaels,
breaking his throat.
I was so excited to see him back at SummerSlam 2002. I was like, all right, maybe we just, that's it. But then he comes back for this match and he wins the championship. Fucking crazy. And like you said, Donnie, the video package, it is a big part of this. I mean, everything about it just was like a holy shit moment.
Yeah.
And even though it wasn't like a traditional Survivor Series match at this pay-per-view, this made up for everything. This was better than anything you would imagine it to be. And this is why it's number one.
BG, I'm on the same page. First Elimination Chamber match, 2002. My number one. Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Chris Jericho, Kane, RVD, and Booker T. Incredible talent in that match. Obviously it helps that I'm fucking huge HBK fan, so him, this being one of his earlier matches back, him winning the world title. I feel like people weren't really expecting him to win the world title in this match, but he did. The only thing that made this match not as good as it could have been was his fucking haircut and
so
shit
bad.
brown tights
What
for
the
some
fuck
reason.
was that?
I don't know why he had a haircut.
It was because he was polluted with Jesus. You know what I mean?
I don't know. It was awful,
And
but
the tires suck.
his performance in this match was unbelievable.
All right,
Everybody's performance.
Mike, I'm taking my kids to church now.
Okay, good for you.
Okay.
Everybody's performance in this match was fucking incredible, and like you said, like this to me is by far the best Elimination Chamber match ever, and it established a great new match type. Mm-hmm. It had to be amazing to really sell this match and make it like a staple for WWE, just like how the first Hell in a Cell. Mm-hmm. This was very much like that, and it delivered in every way you could possibly want it to. So not only did you establish like a matchup that's become a huge deal for WWE over the years, but you get Shawn coming back, winning the title, feel good moment. Can't beat it.
Can't beat it.
Cool.
Cool.
Cool. Is that it? We done?
Yeah, your number one, you already said that, right?
Yeah, Bryan and Brock.
Yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Truly one of my favorite matches ever. All right, guys. So, BJ, how does someone make me win?
Patreon.com/RingResRadio. You can vote for who has the best top 10.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
The fuck was that?
I dedicate this to the throwbacks. like seen a shirt in 06, ECW, one night stand, I won't hold back. Like Taker and Batista battle in the backlash. 07 to one man stand. We'll bring it back to the days of Lord Alfred Hayes. Hall and Nash invade. Hollywood drops the leg. They say the days of old are the best though. That's why we bring to you Ring Rust Retro. Let's go.
Alright guys, time for an episode of Ring Rust Retro. This time Ricky Stenicki. This is George Cruz.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had never seen this before. My wife had.
Oh,
So I
there
went
was
Well,
to
it
her.
only came out like 6 months ago.
Well, I went to her and I said, okay, give me the lowdown because I know you just watched this. And she said, yeah. What was the Smarks comment from AEW? Not bad. Not bad. Like, that's what she gave me. So I was like, I went in and, coming out of it, I gotta say this. Not bad. Not
Tyler
bad.
and I watched this right when it came out, which it was enjoyable, but I don't know, just something about it where if I watch a movie and then George is making me watch it again 6 months later, it just kind of fucking pisses me off a little bit.
Well, guess what? I
Yeah.
hope you like that. Apparently, we're getting the Ninja Turtles out
Yeah,
of
but
the
that's-
shadows.
That's from 2016. That didn't just come out 6 months ago.
Mm.
I'm
I'm
fine
really
with that.
upset
I never
that we
saw
have to
that.
watch that.
Okay, great.
Patreon.com/ringrust.radio.
Thank
That's
you.
where George went for our podcast. He emailed us, ringrustradio@yahoo.com, with the pay-per-view, sometimes a movie, documentary, anything with the wrestler involved, we'll cover it.
That's great. That's a great
All right.
start. Good.
Ricky Stenicki, this is a Amazon Prime Video exclusive.
Yeah, okay.
That's where John
First
Cena
off of that, I have Amazon Prime, but I was asking my wife, I was like, where do I got to get everything? And she's like, oh, you got to do this. I was like, I fucking hate this shit. So I hate
Yeah.
You
this shit.
literally did not have to do much.
This was not easy to find.
No,
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't. I had to get it times 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not watching
Oh,
it
I
full
watched
speed.
it normal.
No,
I
not
wasn't
me.
trying
Fuck
to do that.
No, I don't have Prime.
I got Prime.
I do.
Yeah, don't be stupid.
Well, I mean, I watch football on it too.
Yeah, I watch all kinds
Oh.
of shit, and I also get like packages cheap as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you
Dude,
get Prime.
my psycho neighbor's in her car with a stuffed animal dancing to music to her fucking weird looking husband. What is happening right now?
You gotta get out of there, brother.
Maybe you can be
Watch
joyful
this,
like
watch
that
this.
on this podcast.
Watch this, watch
Oh,
this.
no.
I'm watching you!
It's nice to just scream into our ears. Thanks.
Yep, great. Ricky Stenicki. Okay, let me break this down for you.
Mm.
3 kids accidentally burned a house down with a bag of flaming dog shit on Halloween. Okay?
Mhm. Yeah.
They left a shirt at the scene and wrote the made-up name Ricky Stenicki on it to throw off the cops.
Can I say something to you?
I thought that was actually really smart.
was very
Genius fucking idea.
And
If-
this is actually a very good concept for a movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
from the bottom of my heart, the idea of all of this, I was like, damn, this is pretty good.
Wish you would have thought of it.
Like
That
this
was
is
a
this
strong
is something
stuff.
where if like you really do like the Book of Stenicki and shit like that, where they keep all their track of all their lies and
Think
shit.
of all the dumbass shit you could have got out of over the
Dude,
years.
I'm not even kidding. Just the kids doing the shirt with the names on it, I would have gone out at night, even into my goddamn 20s, I would have gone out at night with fucking like pieces of my shirt, like with other people's names on it, and just left them places and shit. Just like I wasn't even here, I was somebody
This
else.
is Michael Jordan.
No, I would do it to people I fucking hate. I'd be definitely fucking people over.
So they leave this to try to fool the cops, and as we learned from our many attention horrors episodes on serial killers, that obviously worked like a charm. They fooled them very easily.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was unbelievably easy.
So basically, these 3 friends, they kept using Ricky Stenicki as an excuse to get out of shit for many years to come. And we get to the present day. Where on the day JT's wife was going to have a baby shower. So there's JT, there's Wes, and there's Zac Efron. I don't care what his fucking name is, I'm calling him Zac Efron.
Yeah, I mean, I struggle with names in real life anyway, so I was really because there's so many people in this fucking movie.
Yeah, I had trouble keeping track of the
And
names,
West
too.
is the stoner with a husband. I said liberals.
Mhm.
I don't understand your thing now.
Yeah. It's just
Fuck you! It's America. I can do
Zac
whatever I
Efron got
goddamn
a
want
fake
to.
call from Ricky Stenicki about him having cancer and needing surgery, and their wives encouraged them to go to Albany to be with him, but really they just met up with their other buddy Wes, and they went to Atlantic City for a concert with Ricky Stenicki as the cover.
I
Smart.
gotta tell you, no, it's not. Don't go to Atlantic City. It is the worst
Well,
now. Do not go to Atlantic City, even for concerts. I don't want to hear it.
that's where they fucked up.
Mike, you know
they
where I
meet-
went last time in Atlantic City and I regret it? Because of
Okay.
the actual place is great. I went to the Boardwalk Hall for a boxing match. I'd never seen one there, and that's fucking famous as shit. But on the Boardwalk itself, it's dangerous. People are drug addicts, and it's really horrible there. Socioeconomically.
Did you score any?
Good tip from Mike.
What? Hash? Yes.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
They meet John Cena, aka Rock Hard Rod. He's Atlantic City's #1 X-rated rock and roll impersonator.
Yep.
Remember
Remember his Billy Idol jerking off
was...
impression here. Super important to the movie.
He does a hell of an Owen Wilson impersonation. It's hilarious. He does it, and like the one guy was like, "That's fucking great impersonation." The other guy's like, "It's okay. It's not that good."
So bad.
They don't want to hang out with him, so he gets real sad. But Zac Efron apologizes and takes his business card, which is very important to this movie. JT's wife goes into labor while they're on their trip to AC. What are the fucking odds?
Honestly, pretty good. That's how babies work.
It was 6 weeks early though.
I mean, guess what? Within 2 months, you gotta ship by the door.
Yeah, I was early.
And now, but look at your brain now. It's fucking ruined, dude. It's ruined.
Bigger than yours.
Ruined. Bigger than yours. Yeah, I don't care the size of it. Shit don't work.
By the time they made it back, the baby was already born. Damn. Wes tries to blow up the whole Ricky Stenicki situation when his boyfriend starts fucking questioning him at the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking downer.
Yep, big time.
He's like, it was all a lie. And Zac Efron's like, thinking quick on his feet. This dude, he knows what he's doing. He's like, no. Ricky Stenicki lied to us about having cancer. He actually wanted to celebrate his 5-year anniversary of being cancer-free. And they're like, so Ricky Stenicki lied about having cancer to celebrate not having cancer? And they're like, yeah, that's what happened.
When they were in AC, I said to myself, bald guy looks like Nathan Jones. Turns out, it's Nathan Jones.
It is Nathan Jones.
That's why we watched it.
That's the reason we watched this.
That's unbelievable. Unfucking believable.
That's like when Gunner was in that random fucking movie we watched, Game Night, I think.
You know what I realized looking back?
Oh, I enjoy that movie.
Yeah, looking back now, you know what I realized? Gunner's not such a bad guy.
Oh boy. They get backed into a corner with everyone saying Ricky Stenicki has to come to the baby's bris. So Zac Efron comes with an idea to have an actor play Stenicki. That actor, you ask?
Hard
Rod. Fucking Cena.
Hard Rod.
Coming out of this is in my opinion, the best part of the movie.
Yes, it is.
We're blessed to see Cena's Atlantic City act, featuring hits such as "When a Boner Comes Along, You Must Grip It."
This is the best part.
When they say in Hollywood you have to like dress like a lady to like be part of all like the in crowds and stuff like that, Cena must be fucking top dog in Hollywood right now because he does some shit here that definitely his younger fans would not understand.
To the tune of Alice Cooper School's Out. Spooge out my penis.
Yeah. I heard it.
Also, to Billy Idol's White Wedding.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice day for some wood whacking.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Cody Rhodes here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, don't forget to Baby I Love Your Way. Ooh, baby, I masturbate every day.
It is a funny gimmick.
I wish
it's a funny
the
gimmick.
entire movie.
I wish this was a real thing that you could go see at Atlantic City.
I will say this, it might be. But it's actually in the alley behind the fucking Hard Rock.
Around the corner from Donnie's Boardwalk.
Yeah.
Cena takes a call from Zac Efron while he's dressed as Britney Spears.
Mm-hmm.
And he checks his non-existent calendar to confirm he's free to play Ricky Stenicki. They pick up Cena from the airport and he's a fucking mess because he's having alcohol withdrawal.
Yeah, he's going cold turkey and he's having such a hard time about it.
Cena showed up at the airport like Donnie did to Orlando for WrestleMania.
Sweating profusely.
Dude. It's hot in Orlando, dude. It is.
I'll give Cena this. He's fucking committed to the character because Ricky Stenicki, he's fucking in the program. He's not drinking. Okay? John Cena admits to being addicted to steroids in this movie. Pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Donnie?
Yep. I mean, no offense, Mike. It's kind of what we've been saying for all along. You don't get, and I will say this, since he's gone to Hollywood and didn't have to keep up that regimen, his body's changed quite a bit.
Because he didn't keep up the regimen.
This
Yeah,
one's
sure.
for Donnie. Cena used to have a show where two dogs banged missionary style, but then Atlantic City got all woke.
Yep, that's exactly right, dude. When he said that, him saying two dogs banging missionary made me chortle. Like, I don't know why that made me laugh so hard.
He's
But
like,
it-
eye contact and everything.
That's so fun. The
The
whole
real
scene is so fucking weird. And also, it's just like doggy styles right there, but he's just so emphatic about missionary. It was wild, dude.
JT's mother-in-law is acting like a real bitch, questioning the existence of Ricky
Yep.
Stenicki. Then he showed up and she looked real dumb.
Oh, dude, them dunking on her was a fucking. I love my mother-in-law, but it's still a nice little dunk.
Cena's absolutely killing it at this fucking party, like he was born to play Ricky Stenicki.
Yep.
Efron and JT's bosses at the Bris, and Cena knows everything about the company's upcoming merger. Did his research.
Mm-hmm.
He also owns JT's mother-in-law with his knowledge of the non-profit Ricky Stenicki works for.
Let's go. Ricky Snicky
Good
does
shit.
his homework. Looks like he's cleaning up his act.
When she was like, "Oh, you don't even fucking know anything about this, do you?" And then he like turns around and just owns her. What a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I
will say
Cena
this.
said-
I will say this. I didn't think Cena would be very good, but I'm going to say this. As a comedic actor, I prefer him to anything The Rock ever did.
The Rock's more like
The Rock's
action
early stuff
movie
was.
guy.
Well, hold on.
his
A lot of The Rock's
Yeah.
early stuff had comedic end to it and had comedic movies.
Yeah, like the
movies.
fucking Tooth Fairy and
It
shit
sucked.
like that.
All of his shit sucked.
That was like Disney shit.
John Cena is
Cena's
fucking better.
very good comedic actor. I like him in this a lot and in Blockers a lot.
Did we watch that?
I think we did. Cena said he knew this dude at the Bris, so they hit him and planned to drug the guy, but they accidentally drugged the Moyle instead.
Mm-hmm.
That was really funny. They KO the rabbi.
And then Cena comes out and he didn't actually know him, he just saw him in a Red Robin commercial.
Yep, that's exactly what
That's
he
where
said.
he knew him from.
It made me laugh because there's a Red Robin right around the corner from us now. And I was like, God damn it, this is fun.
The Moyle was all fucked up halfway through the circumcision, so Cena stepped in and finished it with a cigar cutter. He cut his dick!
And that's
They were like-
when I knew.
They were like, oh, maybe he's allergic to penis or something.
Yeah. They said he's allergic to peanuts, and then the old lady's like, he's allergic to penis. He's in the wrong business.
I'm fine with the low hanging fruits when they're meant to be said. You know what I mean? Gotta have it.
I mean, this whole fucking podcast is predicated on low hanging fruit.
No, you're 100% right. I got two of them right here.
So Cena, they tell him what a great job he did. They give him extra money because he was so awesome, but he's very depressed the job is over. They send him away in a cab, and they vow to never use the Ricky Stenicki excuse again. But their boss hired Ricky Stenicki. Shit just got crazy.
Yep, and this is where shit takes a silly willy turn.
Now Zac Efron's wife is doing a news story on Ricky Stenicki's life. So Efron, JT, and Wes are fucked, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Cena is stealing the Red Robin guy's girlfriend.
Yes, what was her name? Carly or something?
I don't remember, but she has super long hair, and he basically tells her it looks like shit, and he tells her she has a muskrat face, which somehow endears him to her even more.
I will say this. You could see it in her eyes. She wanted it right away. Women know right away if they'd fuck or not. It's very simple.
In true Kingpin fashion, her hair gets caught in the ball. Return to
Yes,
pulling
that's
down.
I know you're a Kingpin fan. I know you'd pop for that.
Efron and JT tried to hang Ricky out to dry in a work meeting, but the boss ended up liking his idea, even though it fucking blew. This is probably how John Cena and Vince McMahon meetings usually went.
Yeah, for real. That's
Like
very
that
fair.
idea fucking blows, but I love it.
Something about you, John. I don't know if it's your buys or your tries, but I'm trying to keep myself together.
Cena watches video of the boss giving a speech,
Mhm.
and he determined that he's a world-class air dicker, which
Okay.
means he looks like he's
This
making a
got me to
dick
laugh
jerking
very
motion
hard.
whenever he speaks.
So,
This, is my
well,
second
this
favorite
is
part of the movie.
the boss is William H. Macy, right?
Yes.
Who I love. I really
Great in the show,
Shameless.
Shameless, which it's a fucking awesome show.
Yeah, so I don't watch the show. MK loved the show, but he is hilarious in that show, and he's honestly great in everything he's done. He's a true great character actor,
Mhm.
and I love him. And in this movie, he is subtly funny as fuck.
I forgot to mention, but his name is Summer Hayes.
Summer Hayes,
And
yeah.
Cena's like, yeah, your boss, Summer Squash, called me and he offered me a job.
Yeah, he's
I don't know
brutalizing.
why I thought it was Summer Squash.
Brutalizing his name always works for me.
Efron tries to get Cena to quit, but he says he can't go back to Atlantic City because he owes a lot of bad people a lot of money. That's who we're to believe Nathan Jones and the short guy are.
Yep.
Trying to get money. We learned that Zac Efron lies so much because his dad used to beat him.
Okay.
If he was a serial killer, Donnie would excuse his actions.
I was about to say here, I wrote down, this dude's a fucking pussy. You are a fucking... People who, like, his dad yelled at him a couple times, so now he's a pathological liar. Shut up, pussy. Jesus Christ.
Zac Efron's wife uncovered in her research that Ricky Stenicki was all a lie.
Yup.
She was onto him when he said Ricky had to help with the Ebola outbreak in Kenya.
Why would you lie to a reporter?
Pretty dumb. Well, maybe he thought like she was a shitty reporter.
She
like,
thought
no.
she was Dave Meltzer and he wasn't
Yeah.
going to do his research?
She won't look into it.
My wife tells me something, the first thing I do is Google it. First thing I do is Google it. She lying? Nope, there is a fucking picnic at that school.
Despite this revelation, the news story on Ricky Stenicki went ahead, exposing the real story. But it actually humanized Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone still loved him. And it also painted Efron, JT, and Wes in a positive light.
Sure did, because of the real footage of him being like, I fucking love her, and I never want to lose without her. Like, she's like, oh, you're a pussy in real life, too.
Well, Efron apologized to his wife, and she forgave him despite him lying to her for like a decade straight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, honestly, though,
I feel like it
she
would
kind
be more
of,
difficult than that.
no, she kind of felt like, you could have taken me on these trips, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and
It's like you went to Dollywood twice. I love Dolly Parton. You could have taken me.
Yes.
The guys Cena thinks are trying to kill him show up at the event, but all they did was serve him a cease and desist from Billy Idol.
Yep. And he's just Billy Idol saw his fucking act. He's like, that means Billy Idol saw my act.
And ultimately, we have a happy ending. Everybody's pumped. Ricky Stenicki, a.k.a. John Cena, he's got a job. He's signed
banging long-hair girl.
boys up to fucking clean up the lake.
Mm-hmm.
We're good.
Honestly, this was a hey, Mike, thoughts? I think it might be not bad. Not bad.
Not bad. I think it was very entertaining. One of the underrated parts of this movie that I thought was pretty funny is like so you have to have conflict in these movies that's fucking part of making a movie. And you do have conflict, but every time Ricky Stenicki, you think you have a conflict with him, it's just like turns out to be nothing. Like he thought the people were trying to kill him and they just served him with the fucking papers.
He's over dramatic.
Yes. He thought he knew the dude, but he actually just saw him in a commercial.
Yeah, he's making things much more than they really need to be.
Yeah.
He's a maniac. Yes, got it. Great. BJ, how does someone become a George Cruz and make us watch a movie from 3 months ago?
Patreon.com/RingRustRadio. Donate to our retro tier. Email us, ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Anything with the wrestling involved, we'll cover it.
This motherfucker's gonna be like, you have to go to the movies, and you gotta sit in the theater, and you gotta watch this.
Remember we did that for the Ted DiBiase thing?
Oh my god, that's right. That was fun.
Yeah.
I took wifey and I snuck in beers and a weed pen.
There was just hardly anybody there.
No,
There was
dude,
like
I was
three
one
other
of
people
I
in
was
my
one
theater.
of 6.
Yeah.
And dude, the best part of that movie was his son. Like, Dad, like, get out, love me off, Dad. He's like, shut up, pussy, you're the worst son. That's what he said, pretty much. All right, let's move on.